this beautiful head here. Look, what the model is doing, obviously that's a drawing of a head, and that's obviously a sculpting. So the model or the sculptor has got that gesture, and the model, obviously the ancient Greek or whatever that is, an ancient warrior, or just a hat, somebody with a hat, is just doing that. He's tilted backwards, and that's what we see a lot more beard than what we normally see.
And sideways, isn't it?
He's sideways. He's tilted. Let me see. He's tilted. He's tilted towards his right slightly, towards his right,
Yeah.
and then that's why we see a lot more of the beard. So say that will be your top, which is top of the hat. That's the bottom, but you see the lines that I'm doing, because there's a line tending to go that way. There's the back of end of his beard which goes that way, and then you have everything else happens here, and then you have that. Look, a line which will encompass all that right hand side, which is in shadow. Then you got the neck here, then the plinth or the bust. And then a kind of a V shape here, which is this shadow here. And you have all that side, which is there. That's in the light. The nose is, I would say the nose would be, let me see, top, bottom. The nose is in the middle. Yes, so the tip of the nose, it's almost in the middle. Now, how do I know? Because I measured it. Let me see if I need a pencil to measure it.
The middle from the top of
The
his
middle,
head.
the middle from
Top
yes,
of
from the
his
top.
head to
Yes,
his chin.
yeah, from the top of the
Yeah.
hat
Yeah.
to the nose. You got that?
And to the
Wow.
chin.
Yes, it is. It is the middle. It's amazing, because it looked like it's the middle, but actually, measuring it is still the middle. So from that line, which is the top of the hat, end of the beard, and that the middle is somewhere there. You don't have to be, look, you don't have to be 100% accurate, but you can see that it's somewhere there, the middle. That's correct. And then you have that angle of his nose, which goes that way, moves backwards like this.
Yeah.
And then you have eyebrow there, and then you have another eyebrow which moves there. So that line of the eyebrow moves downwards like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's it. And you have that angle of the nose which moves that way, which we've just done it there. Then, and the lip, obviously. The lip is, the upper lip, there's a reflection of the upper lip. It's not too dark because we are seeing it from underneath. So it's not too dark. But what is dark, it's the cast shadow of the nose upon his upper lip. There. And then you have that here. That, and then you have that shadow here. Or the cheekbone. I'm talking that shadow, very, very dark shadow, cheekbone. And the eye itself, which that is and the eyes is very, very revealing here, because obviously it's it's working on so the eye needs to be quite big on the left hand side, the left eye, his left eye, and big in the meaning that, okay, that I'm making it big because it's got a very relaxed look, so it's basically just looking far up. And as it is a sculpting, you don't have to work on, because I've just done the pupil, and I don't think you need to do the pupil here. There's no need. It's a sculpting.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have that shadow of his hat on his forehead there. I think I've gone too far up with the nose, and I need to cut the nose somewhere here there, because I think I've done it quite large. And there's a reflection light underneath the nose, and the nostril, and the side of the nose, that dark line there. A bit lighter, top of the nose, a bit lighter on the that part of the eye, the upper part of the eye, lighter on the upper eyelid, and a very, very soft line in between the two lips, and the dark line here on the moustache. And obviously a lot more things going on his beard here. Things going on here. And let's keep the hat light, because it's a very, very light shadow on the hat. Especially on that side is where the light illuminates. Yeah, there. I know I've done it dark on purpose, and then I can come now and look, we can soften it with that. There we are. And the back of the hat here, which is also a half-tone shadow, but it's really light. It's not a dark tone at all. There. It looks a bit messy, but it's just a matter of clarifying now. I've got most of it. It's not 100% correct, but it's a good start. Now it's just a matter of working on the side of the line, side of the eye here, and a few lines, which is for the upper eyelid and the eyebrow here. And just a revealing of the eye, nothing else. And the middle of the upper and lower lip here, and some highlights for his the curls of his beard, and darker line here, solid darks for as far as you can see, and the head itself. I think I've gone too dark here, but let me do that, which is very, very sharp edged shadow here. And the upper eyelid is quite emphasis on the upper eyelid. There. Okay, got most of it. Very sharp, very dark. Now it's just a matter of coming and softening all those half tones that I have all around here, and the half tone there as well, and a little bit softer on the head, softer, so not on the head, on the cap, and highlights there. And bring that hat there. I don't want to darken them more because I think they're quite light, these lines here. And the cast shadow of his beard on his neck. There. And a sort of a shadow there, just to create that bearded look. And as the lip moves there. Yeah, as I said, he's tilted towards his right. I've tilted it more, I must admit. It's much more tilted on my drawing. But one thing that I should keep an eye is that actually I've lowered that hat quite a lot. Actually, if you see there, it's a very, 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 very light angle. So I can bring up that top of the hat here. And highlight it there. And cut it from this side and make it a lot more transparent, as I can see the lines or the light coming from the left hand side of the head. With the putty rubber, just soften it or open it up. Basically just make the putty rubber a lot grayer, and that will absorb a lot more darks. There. So highlight on that side, highlight on the nose, highlight on his moustache here, highlight on the cheekbone, and mainly on the eye, because the eye is very, very expressive here, and we need to keep that expression going on. Okay. And the forehead a bit more intense. and darks on the, look, there's a beautiful edge on his moustache here and there. And that creates a beautiful V shape or turn here of his cheekbone and softer line there. And lighter here, and then working on the his hair here. Just a darker tone of value to make a difference between the skin tone and the hair and beard that he's got here. Or give it a darker or a general darks, and you can come up and work slightly with some more highlights here, dark highlights, dark emphasis of those darks all around here, there. And bring up that eye, and we're done. I'll get a bit closer because it's a bit far for you. Where is it? You can see it?
Yeah.
It's a bit too small, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now, if I was to continue, which I will, I would spray it,
Yeah.
and then work on the darks,
Alright.
on the half tones a bit more. Hello again. Let's finish that off. Okay, that dark here, the lower part of the eyelid, upper eyelid, bit lighter the eye itself here. Bit of highlight on the part between the eye and the eyebrow. There's a shadow there. Darker tone. A little bit of more information about this eyelid here, eyebrow there. Oh, two eyes, you've got the nose here, and the mouth is just that highlight on the, which is moustache. It's just under the eye, I've gone too far to the left. So bring that here then. There. And upper lip. Lower lip. And the lip on the lower lip here. I think it's a bit wider. More lower lip. There you are. Lighter that shade under the lip. Bit of darks here, and then soften the beard. Not too many darks around the beard here. Highlight on the, it's a sculpting, don't forget. It's a clay model, so a bit lighter there. And some dark accents. And darks here. That line is under the eye. Bit of rendering. Look a bit more rounded. There we are. Well, I think we're ready pretty much. A bit darker and create those folds on the hat. And nearly finished. Just cut the cheekbone here, make it a bit thinner, the head itself, and let's create kind of a certain look to it, so just break those lines. as these lines are, or that part of the head and hat, it's moving away. So create a certain look here, a certain style. Now you don't have to do it, I just like those little interventions here. And to get away from that amazing artist here, which I don't remember his name, but it's fantastic. Inspired by our friend here. And a little bit of hat at the top, just highlight there. And we're pretty much ready, people. We'll enjoy that drawing for this week. Give it a certain look, as I said. Break up the hair here. There, alright. I'll see you on the next video next week. Let's get close to it so you can see it from close up. The interventions are done now. That's the original. All right. See you next week.